We often start our day with a cup of coffee. In the US, Canada, or Australia, a Starbucks coffee costs about $5 to $7. We swipe our cards without thinking. It's a habit, a part of the convenience. But have you ever asked yourself why we can easily spend $5 every morning on a drink, yet hesitate to dial the number to call our mom every weekend? There is a heartbreaking truth that few dare to admit. We left our homeland to find wealth, but the more money we make, the poorer we become in genuine connections. We trade hot meals filled with laughter for hurried meals in our cars just to make it to the next shift. We think we are accumulating assets for 2026, but in reality, we are depreciating our own souls. Today, I don't want to talk to you about AI stocks, real estate, or Bitcoin. I want to tell you about 5 types of assets that will truly appreciate, perhaps even become priceless by 2026. Things that, perhaps in the race for survival in a foreign land, we have unintentionally forgotten. Do you remember the first time you walked into an American supermarket? The overwhelming feeling in front of shelves packed with meat, milk, and fruit? Here, everything is huge, abundant. But when you get home, you see your parents, who have lived their whole lives in Vietnam, carefully washing every single Ziploc bag, every plastic takeout container to use again. You feel annoyed. You say, "Mom, this is worth nothing. Just throw it away to make space." But you were wrong. Parents don't keep the plastic container because they are stingy. They keep it because they carry within them a genetic code of insecurity. For the older generation, waste is a sin, whereas for us in the West, waste is a sign of prosperity. The conflict isn't about the plastic box. It lies in the definition of safety. We Vietnamese people abroad are incredibly capable. We do nails, work in factories, work as engineers, doctors. We grind 2, 3 jobs. We buy houses 10 times bigger than our old houses in Vietnam. But look inside those houses. Expensive leather sofas that no one dares to sit on. Spacious living rooms that feel cold because the children have moved out. We bought a house, but we lost a home. We worked tirelessly to pay the mortgage for empty rooms. By 2026, interest rates might drop, home prices might rise, but will the joy in that house increase? Or will our biggest asset become a prison we built for ourselves? So, if it's not the numbers in your bank account, what are the assets that will define your wealth in 2026? Let's go through the investment portfolio of life together. Asset number 1, peace of mind. Vietnamese people love hoarding gold. Gold is a shelter when things go south, a memory of days fleeing war, of currency exchanges. But in a foreign land, when you have insurance, Social Security, why do you still feel insecure? Gold doesn't cure anxiety. In 2026, the most expensive asset won't be an ounce of gold, but a night of dreamless sleep. It's the ability to turn off your phone on the weekend without fearing a missed call from a boss or client. If you make $100K a year but need sleeping pills to rest, you are bankrupt on top of your own assets. Asset number 2, generational connection. We often force our children to excel in school, to become doctors, pharmacists, lawyers. We say, "Mom and Dad sacrifice everything for you." But do you know what the child feels? They feel it's not love, but a debt of gratitude. We want our children to succeed, to heal our own insecurities in a foreign land. We use their degrees as medals to show off to relatives back in Vietnam. But what is the price? It's children growing up in distance. They speak English better than Vietnamese, and they look at their parents like investors demanding a return on capital. In 2026, when you are old, the biggest asset won't be the house you leave for your children, but whether your children want to come back to eat dinner with you or not. Asset number 3, organic health. In the U.S., the healthcare system is the most expensive in the world, yet people are the sickest. We work ourselves to death to buy the best insurance plans, PPO, HMO, only to use that very health to pay for the insurance premiums. By 2026, you will realize a body without pain, legs that can still walk in the park, lungs breathing fresh air are more valuable than any pharmaceutical stock portfolio. Don't wait till you're lying in a hospital bed to realize the most expensive bed in the world is the hospital bed. Asset number 4, real time. Einstein said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, but there is a negative compound interest we forget to calculate, our parents' time. Every year you are in the U.S., your parents in Vietnam age not by 1 year, but by a tenth of their remaining time. You tell yourself, just a few more years, I'll make money, then visit home. But plane tickets can be bought any time. The person waiting for you at the airport cannot. There are partings at the airport where we think it's just, oh, see you later. But it turns out to be goodbye forever. The biggest asset of 2026 is the moments you can still call out, Mom, and have someone answer. Asset number 5, cultural identity. We try to integrate, try to speak English without an accent, try to live like the locals, but deep down, when night falls, or when we smell the scent of caramelized fish sauce, our hearts sink. The more modern we become, the lonelier we are, and the more we yearn for our roots. In 2026, in a flat world where AI does everything, the thing that makes you unique and precious is the Vietnamese essence in you. The resilience, the hospitality, the patience, and the forgiving love. That is an asset no stock market can value, but that is the anchor that keeps you from drifting away in the stream of life abroad. Saying this doesn't mean money isn't important. We need money to live with dignity, to not be looked down on, to have choices. But Vietnamese people and Americans, the East and the West, are perhaps all looking for the same thing. We just take different paths. Americans seek personal freedom. Vietnamese seek safety for the family. No one is right, no one is wrong. Perhaps the best investment you can make right now is forgiveness. Forgive your parents because they were too harsh, simply because they only knew how to love through the fear of poverty. Forgive yourself for the moments of weakness, for the lazy days, or for the times you felt you weren't good enough in this foreign land. Peace comes from acceptance, not victory. By 2026, I hope your investment portfolio will be green, but I hope even more that your emotional portfolio will be full. Look back at your life right now. What assets are you accumulating? Are you building walls of dollars to separate yourself from the world? Or are you building bridges of love to connect with your loved ones? Which way do you choose to live? To be the richest person in the graveyard or the one who lives fully in every breath? 2026 will come very fast as our children grow up and our parents grow old. Don't wait until then to realize that the most precious asset was the thing you dropped along the way while chasing numbers. If in the last 20 minutes there was a moment that made your heart skip a beat or made you remember a silhouette back home, please share that story in the comments. Don't just watch this as a YouTube video. View it as a rest stop for us, children far from home, to open our hearts. Please hit subscribe not to learn how to get rich quick, but so we can learn together how to live deeper, slower, and more meaningfully. Thank you for listening. I wish you a 2026 not just rich in your pocket, but rich in your heart. Call Mom while you still can.